Hi, guys and girls. Today I wanted to touch on the ongoing discussion whether to buy a masticating or a centrifugal juicer. One thing up front, they both create juice out of the produce that you put into them. A centrifugal juicer spins the produce. Typically, you use fruit, and it does that very fast and crushes the fruit that way. The juice is pressed out of the crushed fruit through the speed that it spins with, and that's how you end up with a glass of juice. This works best with soft fruit and really not so well with vegetables or with leafy produce. The juices are also quite noisy, and in my opinion, the biggest disadvantage is that because they spin so fast, they mix a lot of air in with the juice that they use. You see the foam on top of the juice. And that breaks down a lot of nutrients that you otherwise get, because a lot of those nutrients basically break down as soon as they get in touch with oxygen from the air. A masticating juicer, on the other hand, works on the principle of basically chewing, like what we do with our mouth and our teeth. It crushes the fruit or vegetables that way, and it doesn't need to spin anything very fast. The advantages are that typically you get more juice out of the same amount of produce that you put in. And you can use a much larger variety of produce. You can use pretty much any fruit, any vegetable, and any leafy produce like wheatgrass, kale, etc. Last but not least, because it is not spinning, and that way it is not adding that much air into the juice, the nutrient levels are much higher on masticating juicer. The downsides are that they typically are a little bigger, so they need a little more counter space. They also are a lot heavier and sturdier built than centrifugal juicers. And that leads, last but not least, to the biggest problem, that they actually cost quite a bit more typically than centrifugal juicer. In my opinion, I would go with a masticating juicer simply because in the long run, you save money. It is built sturdier, it lasts longer, it will allow you to produce more juice out of the same amount of fruit and vegetables. And it allows you to use more different kinds of produce, which means you get a little more flavor and a few more changes into what juices you have. If you want to have a look at something like that and you have a limited amount of space in your kitchen, then what might work for you is a vertical masticating juicer, like the Breville BJS 600XL Fountain Crush. Click on the link below, and you can read more about it and find more information on choosing. And that was it for today. Hope you have a great day, and thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.